You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live every week. Turn on notifications to never miss an episode. Now your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros. Welcome to the 334th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber, along with my co-host, the lovely Laura, where we're talking the business of plumbing, how to systemize, stylize, and most importantly, monetize your plumbing business. Hey, it's great to have you here with us. Hey, already they're checking in. That's right. Hey, if you're with us live, please type live in the comments. Let us know you're part of the live social audience.
Hey, Carmen.
All right, if you're catching the replay, all right, at a later date, please type replay. Let us know you caught it. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. All right.
Hey,
Kathy. Sweetheart.
Hey, honey.
Hey, it's good to have everybody here. Roadrunner
Yes.
Plumbing is in the house.
Yes.
That's right.
Roadrunner
Chris
Plumbing.
and Kathy Copeland.
San Antonio, Texas.
All right, cool. Miss
Ashley.
Tanner.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, good to have you here, Ashley.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it's good to have you here as well,
Lance.
sweetheart.
Thanks.
Hey,
honey.
I'm looking forward to this. Like, I can't wait to bring on our guest here.
I know, me too.
All
Hey,
right.
Jim.
What's the title of our episode?
show.
Yeah, Grab Them at Hello.
Grab them at hello.
All right. We have a CSR expert, all right, and who's also providing a very needed solution.
Yes.
And
For
we'll
plumbing
explain
business owners.
for plumbing business owners. All right, you don't want to miss this one. Stick around. All right,
it's gonna be
good stuff here.
good.
It's gonna be nuggets of gold here, and we're gonna have some fun. All
But I
right.
have to know, is everybody else tired?
Can you?
Hey, Aaron. Because we were just before the show. I'm like, gosh,
I
I'm
know.
so tired.
This is past our bedtime. Normally we're in bed by now,
with
but
the time
we fall
change.
back or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness sakes. It's killing me. Hey, Johnny. And
Hey, Patrick. Good to have you here live, man.
Yeah, hey everybody. And it's like all of a sudden cold weather set, at least in Florida here.
I know.
Hey Kelly Ball. It's supposed to be sunny
Our favorite ball,
as well, yeah.
Bobby.
And Bobby. It's supposed to
Love
be
you, man.
sunny weather here in Southern California. No.
What?
Where do we live? Southern Florida.
Southwestern Florida.
Yes. Hey, KO Plumbing live from New Jersey. Hey, KO.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Another Jersey boy.
But anyway, it's been a little cold.
Dylan. All
Yes.
right. Bahama
Hey, Dylan.
Plumbing. New plumber.
New plumber.
All
new
right.
Plumber, new plumbing business owner.
Was with Bahama Plumbing. So
Oh.
I'm hoping you're a new plumber because that's
with
a
our
good company.
Bahama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The dynamic trio.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, Lance is
I'm
tired.
very
too, so
tired.
stop
I know. There's
listening.
something.
Man, it's just something.
Hey,
about,
but we were still up at early and at it. Got
Yeah, we
our
did.
got our workout in.
We sure did.
All
We
right.
did it.
had a good workout in, and
I know, but as soon
Right.
as the show's over, we're in bed.
We're crashing.
I'm just saying. So,
well, we stayed up late watching.
Yellowstone. Okay,
Yellowstone.
so anybody Yellowstone fans?
Anyone else give us that? That's important. We need to know that on this episode.
That's
Anyone
true.
else a Yellowstone fan?
Yeah, surely to goodness,
Yeah.
there's Yellowstone fans. And okay, so if you are a Yellowstone fan, who's your favorite character?
Huh?
Yes. Okay,
Yes,
yes,
he's
he's
our
ours.
Aaron.
He's with Bahama.
Good.
Okay, so yes, if you watch Yellowstone,
welcome.
which the season premiere, season 4, right,
Yep.
was last night. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Hey, Miss Carrie.
Hey, Carrie. Thanks.
Right
Carrie.
back at you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Carrie.
All right. But yeah, had a good time. In fact, we were with some of our some other PPCs.
MVPers. We were.
And
Hey,
right.
Daniel.
Right. Terrarinas, Route 66 Plumbing.
Some hunts.
All
and
right. The
some
Hunts,
Carters.
Plums Up Plumbing.
We
Okay.
had a little.
And then the Carters,
Yellowstone-
Carters Plumbing.
Yep.
Right.
Had a little Yellowstone party.
All
And
right.
BJ from
BJ.
Amarillo, Texas, made us a lovely Texas brisket.
Yeah, is
So-
only
Only a Texan
Can do.
So that
Yeah,
was lovely. Haven't seen it, but told I'd like it. Yeah, I don't know, Lance, if you would actually.
you.
Well, we have to talk about it, Lance. We'll have
Yes.
to see.
Yeah.
Bobby says, love Yellowstone. So, yeah, if you watch Yellowstone again, who's your favorite character, guys?
Is that
we
our
like us some-
question? Who's your favorite Yellowstone character? Mike, I'm new to Success Academy. Can't wait to grow.
Hey,
All right.
All right. Well, welcome. Love hearing
Welcome,
that.
Mike.
Mike Tonini. I'm assuming
right.
Tonini. That's a fun name. What's
Good
the name
for,
of
good for
your
you,
business,
man.
Mike?
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. So,
And keep an eye on you, man. So
and you're in the right spot, most assuredly. Costner is the best in Yellowstone without a doubt. Plumbing Explained. That,
Okay.
Okay, look at his little icon. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Costner is the best character. Well, I don't know about that. I'm kind of liking me some Rip.
yeah, who's your
Just saying.
Yeah, Rip's your guy.
Rip. Thank you, Bobby.
Right. Rip Favorite. Yeah.
And Beth. I mean, come on.
Beth.
Seriously. Yeah, doesn't every girl want to be Beth?
She's a
Like, just to be
BA.
able to
Yeah, she is.
lay it out. So anyway, we do have a
Good
question
stuff.
for tonight.
What was our question
Do we
tonight?
not?
Yeah, we have our question up there. Miss Shelby, you got it?
Yes.
Who answers your phones?
Who answers
Okay.
your plumbing business phones?
Okay. When the phone rings, who answers it?
Yes. Is it plumbing business owner?
Yeah.
Is it maybe the wife? Or is it
You have someone else.
a CSR?
What do you
I don't
have?
know. Who
So let us know.
Yes, please let us know.
Okay.
I want to know the answer to that.
And hopefully it's not the plumber
Plumber-
business owner.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. That's the worst person on the phones. All right. In fact,
far.
that's one of the first things we work at is getting you off the phones.
Yeah, because you're really
You're
really
killing
bad
it,
at
man. You're
Yes.
killing it. And not in a good way. Right.
Yeah, you're killing it in a bad way.
Right.
Very, very bad.
It's that,
But we have a solution.
that long black train. That's what you're doing to your plumbing business. Those
Promises.
Yellowstones fans will understand that
That's
reference.
right.
Carmen, my wife.
Yes, the lovely
Good.
Melissa, I do believe.
Yep.
CSR, she rocks. Yes. Okay, we love hearing that. As long as it's
Good.
not the plumbing business owner. But if you are, I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's where we start.
Right.
Ashley says our CSR. Yep.
I like hearing that.
That's good.
So, but we've got a solution tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Do we not?
So let's bring her on. I can't wait to bring her on
Wife,
here.
Troy.
All
Hey,
right,
Troy.
Miss wife Troy. Very good.
Yes.
All right.
Wife answers the phone at Plumbing Explained. Plumbing Explained.
All right.
Is that the name of your plumbing business? I need to know that.
Right.
Plum Line.
Plum Line.
Perfect segue.
There we
Kathy
go. Cut
Copeland.
to.
That was perfect.
Well, let's
Kathy.
welcome Miss Sarah Delnay. She's a CSR expert. She's also co-founder of Mountaineer Plumbing. So, yes, she knows a thing or two about plumbing. But she's also the co-founder and president of Plum Line. All right, a CSR solution for you and your plumbing business. Welcome, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Going great.
Looking good.
Welcome to the show. Glad to have you
Good.
on.
Thank
All right.
you. Thank you.
Is the other one lurking around behind you there, or where's the other
Oh
one?
yeah,
Is
he's
it-
around. He's
Yeah,
around
yeah,
somewhere.
I imagine he wouldn't be far. Well, it's good to who I'm alluding to, Matt Delnay.
Matt Delnay, the other half of
Yep.
Mountaineer
It
Plumbing.
has been on the program before.
on
All
our
right.
master's program,
Right, on
yes.
a master's program. But we have the true master, Miss Sarah Delnay,
I
on
don't
with us
know about
tonight.
that.
All right.
Maybe
There
with
we-
the phones.
There we go.
That's right.
And I agree with Kathy. Yep, Sarah and the
And her
team
team
rocks.
rocks.
Yes, they
Yes.
do. All right. Hey, Sarah, great company,
thanks, guys.
Plum Line. All right. Hey, well, why don't you explain? What is Plum Line?
What is Plum
What is
Line?
Plum Line?
Tell us.
Yes, so I'll give you kind of like a simple answer. We are a 24/7 answering service specifically for plumbing companies. And we have one goal, which is to book the call and help your company thrive, because we know you don't have much of a company if you don't have jobs, right?
Right.
So that's our number one goal, is just simply to book the job for your company, and we do everything the MDP way, as we have grown our plumbing company with MDP, and we found that is simply the best way to book the call and get your guys work.
Perfect.
You
Love
see,
that.
So-
you see how they've hooked me? I love that. Right.
You love when people tell you that you're right.
So, but why? So that is a great, and it's so much. It's needed. I know you saw that. Maybe that. I don't want to answer the question, but why did you start Plum Line?
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, we just saw a huge need and quality in a quality answering service. We'd used a couple before; they were okay, but we said we can do better. We know better. We have a system, and that's what we're gonna do. So we did that. And we hired CSRs that love their job, and they sound like they love their job on the phone. So
Yeah.
it was just a huge need, and so we just thought we could fill it.
Right, because you came from, most of you came from a small plumbing company. Your company's so relatively small, right? You started with just you and Matt, and then have grown it over the last year and a half. But the issue was getting the phones answered on a timely basis, right, in a timely manner, and efficiently and
Yeah.
effectively, right? And being a part of the MDP group, you were seeing that others were experiencing the same issues you guys were experiencing, right? So
Yes.
hence Plum
Yep.
Line came to be.
Absolutely. To get the plumbers off the phone and to get the wives off the phone as well, because a lot of wives have kids. I was answering the phone when we started. It was horrible. I have 4 little kids. At that time I had 2. It was equally as horrible trying to answer the phone, running away. It's just not professional. And all the companies that we work with, all the companies that are following the MDP way, They're professional companies, and they need to be represented as such on the phone. And that is one thing that we talk to our CSRs about, is makes a big difference who answers the phone in the beginning. If they hear chaos in the background, it doesn't sound very professional. You lose trust.
Right.
If you sound professional when the phone is answered, makes it easier on the plumbers.
And so
Because
you've
they're
got
already built
CSRs
trust.
that are all over the country, right?
Yeah, we have some in different states. A lot of them are in Michigan, but we have 24/7 covered. So every shift, every hour, multiple people. So
Okay. And you're finding CSRs that people that want to stay home, right? I mean, we've got a lot of issues
Yep.
with, the workforce. People aren't wanting to go out and work for certain companies that may be mandating some certain things, right? And so want to kind of
Absolutely.
be able to work at home and,
Right.
and not be faced with that issue. So you're getting quality
Yep.
CSRs.
yes, we're getting quality and overqualified people to work for us, and I love it. So, they really do love their job. That's, the CSRs that we hire, they are passionate about it. I mean, it's fun watching them. They have competitions on booking rates, and because they want to represent your company well. Because owning a plumbing company and doing this, we really drill into them the importance this makes for the company. Like, this is someone's livelihood. You need to take this very serious and do your job well.
Right,
That's
it's just
something that we really
it's not
we
just
teach
answering
them.
the phone and whatever. It's
Yes.
that this is their livelihood. And again, most of your clients are smaller shops, so every call
Yeah.
does matter, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
and we know that firsthand. So I feel it in my heart when the phone is dead. So every call is important.
Every single call, yes. And you've paid for
Yes.
that call somehow, some way. You've paid for that
Yep.
call to come in. So, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what's one of the, you've been answering the phones for a while, for Mountaineer, and you're involved in this and doing this. What's a big mistake that we make in answering our own phones that you notice across the board?
The biggest thing would be not taking control of the call, letting the customer talk. Most of the time when they call, they're panicked. Something has disrupted their day. They're panicking, and the last thing they want to hear is someone else panicked on the end of the phone, because they don't know what they're doing. The average person calls a plumber once every 3 years, so they don't know what to expect. So to just be able to take control of that call, we have a script that our CSRs use every time. It's the MDP script. So they know exactly how to take control of the call, to calm the customer down, book the job, instill confidence in them that a plumber will show up. This company is coming,
And it is that simple, right?
Yes.
So how you've started this now? This is a few months now, and it's going. Guys, I wish we should have done this. Because it's killing. Because it's so
Let the young people do
that they saw it, they did it. Yeah, I guess. But so have you noticed? So you have some time down the road here, a couple months in here, and you have all these new CSRs. Has it mattered that they didn't know plumbing? Is knowing plumbing an issue, or what's been your experience with now all these new people?
Yeah. None of our CSRs know anything about plumbing, and we make sure of that when we hire them, because we give no plumbing advice. I think I saw a company called Plumbing Explained. We don't do that on the phone. So it's because it's not about, the customer needs a plumber. That's why they're calling. They don't need someone's advice. They need someone to fix their issue. So someone asks questions. Oh, yes, we can help you with that. I can send a technician right out. Let's get you on the books.
Perfect.
We don't answer plumbing questions.
Yes.
So
Which makes it more efficient.
Yes.
And it gives
Absolutely.
it really gives the customer security, right?
Yes.
Because she's obviously done this before. She's going to get somebody out to take care of me, and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yep.
So yes.
And that's what I
Absolutely.
love about Plum Line. Not only the grass, that the concept, the MVP concept, which
Which
I don't know
genius, if you must say so yourself.
and doing that. But that's that you noticed here, because you did use other and tried. There are a couple other services out there that are geared towards home services,
Right.
which causes kinds of problems, in my opinion, because the HVAC customer is not the same as a plumbing customer.
Right.
Okay, there's a little different personality. I love that you've
Niche it down.
niched it all down to plumbers, to plumbing customers, because then it's easier
Yes.
to train dealing with that kind of emotion of that consumer calling you and what those needs are, even though we're not answering plumbing questions. You know, and I love that you've done that.
And just made it easy.
Right.
You know, because then it doesn't matter what the customer says when they call in. I mean, they can say, how much do you charge for this? Can you fix this? How long till you come out? Whatever, right? Your CSR is just saying, sure, I can help you with that. How you know, have we done that for you before, right?
Right.
And then get them on the books.
Yes.
So, and then it's up to the plumbing company then to take care of it once it's on the schedule. And you do. Let's clarify that. So when a call comes in and your CSR books it, you're able to work within Service Titan or just Service Titan or any other software companies.
We'll work with anything. Right now, most of our clients are with Service Titan, but we have some with SkyBoss and Service Fusion. Whatever you have, we'll learn to do it, and we'll train our CSRs on it, and we'll book the call for you.
And so you log right into their Service Titan, right?
Yep. And it's as simple as creating CSR logins. It takes 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's very simple. We'll get in, we'll book the job. We do not dispatch, because we know within every company there's certain guys you always want to send this type of job and certain guys you never want to send that type of job. That's just how it is. So we don't dispatch and we don't put technicians on the jobs, but we will get the job booked. And then your dispatcher does that, because your company. No one knows your company like you do.
Right.
So
and the areas that you serve and who lives where and all those things. So once you get it on the grid, then it's up to the company to dispatch it appropriately.
As Lance says, yep, they book, we dispatch it. Great system.
Love hearing
right.
that. And Lance would have been a hard one to sell. Okay, Lance, I know you don't mind us saying, because he's been burned by another company. So if he's giving you kudos, then that says something. So thanks, Lance.
Thanks, Lance.
Well, I think Lance likes a couple other things. First of all, I love that you're flat rate, meaning you charge per call.
Right.
Yes.
Explain that further.
Yeah, like one of our promises is that you find value in every dollar you spend with us, right? So we only charge you for the jobs that we book, because we want you to know we're not charging by the minute. We dealt with an answering service that did that with our customers, and they put people on hold. Well, that's not an efficient way. That's not how you treat your customers. We want the job booked, so we charge you per booked job. And let's say there's a job that gets on there and it's not a job you serve. It slips in or something. Maybe it's a trailer. You guys don't do that. Okay, our CSR's booked it. You just let us know and we take that off your bill. Say, hey, we had to cancel this job. It's not a job we serve, because we don't want to bill you for things that you're not finding value in. We want this to be something that really helps your company thrive. I mean, it's helped us in our company tremendously. So we want to be able to provide that to everybody.
So, Sarah, if I have a plumbing company and I hire Plum Line, and you're answering my phones during the day, and my phone, and so you're at the ready, right, to answer the phones, and my phone doesn't ring one single time throughout the whole day, how much am I going to get charged?
$0.
$0. If you have a
and
CSR,
on a day your phone.
No, go ahead.
What was that?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, on a day when your phone only rings for customers to complain, you still get charged $0. Because we're not booking that call.
Or how about somebody that calls and says, I can get you to the top of Google, right?
$0.
$0. But if you have your own CSR on staff, you're paying regardless, right?
Right.
So that's one of the things I love that you guys do, is that it is per booked call.
Yes.
So, which more than likely, if you got a booked call, you're making money.
Yes.
So, and if you're not, then you're doing something wrong, not Plum Line.
So someone,
right.
And it puts it in, in my hands or whatever. It's up to me, right? You just book the call, get the call booked. And I love that it's not about, I think Lance, who's on here, is a great example. He covers a wide area. It's Wyoming, and people call from across the state or whatever that he is not going to service. But you're not so worried about, where people are calling. The idea is to book the call. And then let them worry. Let Lance triage the calls or go through the calls, say, oh, that's not someone we serve. But you make it very easy then for Lance to come back and say, well, that wasn't our customer. This wasn't our customer. This wasn't our customer. And you just take it off the...
But you do work with them in the beginning to determine service area. But like you said, sometimes something slips in, right? So how do you guys do that to kind of narrow down service area?
Yeah, so when we're doing the onboarding process with the company, I'll send like a company detail report is what I call it. And one of the things we ask you for is the zip code served. So most of your listeners are probably on Google with LSAs. You can go in your LSAs, copy and paste the zip codes, put it right on that document. It'll take you 5 minutes.
Perfect.
Or you can just, type them all out, whatever you want to do.
Or
But
the
we
perfect.
go by zip codes.
Okay.
Or if you only service a couple cities and you service all the zip codes, you could put the cities as well. But that's how we determine. And if like in Lance's case, if we see someone that's not in the zip code or on the other side of Wyoming, they won't book that. They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't actually service this area."
Okay. Perfect.
Right.
So,
But I love that you make it, again, it's not about the plumbing, it's about booking the call. Make it easy
Yes.
to have these ladies build a rapport and to empathize with the customer, make the customer feel comfortable, and,
Yes. That's
you
good.
know,
Get 'em
get the
taken
call booked. Yep.
yes.
Love that.
And one thing I think that makes like our company unique with being the MDP booking, right, is that we'll always book for the next available appointment. Just like what you guys always talk about. Say someone calls in at 8 p.m. My CSRs are not going to look at your schedule and say, "Oh, it looks like we have one slot open at between 4 and 5 p.m. the next day." They're not going to do that. They will always book for the next available appointment so that you can triage what you guys want to do. Do you want a leaky faucet or do you want the water heater that just came in at 8 p.m.? That's
Water
that's on you.
please.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna, my CSRs aren't gonna triage for each individual companies. They're just always gonna book the call. You guys can triage and decide what you want. But really, our goal is that you have so many calls booked, you can just pick which ones you want to go to and move the leaky faucet off and take the water heaters.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's perfect. So yeah, if somebody calls at 8 o'clock at night, then the next available time slot is the next day between 8 and 12, right?
Yep.
So,
Right.
Yep, absolutely. And we do book 4-hour windows just to keep it simple for the company's dispatchers. So you're not spending a ton of their time calling with the 2-hour windows. That you might have a really day. And like I said, we're not looking at the schedule because we're just going to book the call for you to decide which one you want to do. So
Love it.
Yeah, I love that system.
All right. Hey, we'll be right back, Sarah. We'll be right back with Sarah with some more nuggets of gold for you. Hey, but I got a nugget of gold for you. All right? And it's free. All right? It's my $1 million blueprint. All right? All the specs you need to build a successful, self-sustaining, and very profitable plumbing business is all here in my $1 million plumber blueprint. And it's free. Okay, simply type free in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/free and grab your free copy today. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring Miss Delnay back on here.
Let's do that. And I know we want to bring up, she specifically said she wanted to talk about, what was the one question she said, Sarah? You said before the show, I want to make sure we talk about.
opening your phones 24/7.
There we
That's
go.
it. Okay, so enlighten us. Enlighten these plumbing business owners that are
Right.
listening.
Even though we talk about not being open and maybe ourselves 24/7, right?
Correct.
But why is it important to be
Have your
available,
phones.
have the phones available 24/7?
Yeah, so as long as someone is answering the phones 24/7, you can advertise as a 24/7 company. And a lot of the calls that we are getting at night, we notice are big ticket items like main lines, water heaters, things that are actual sort of emergencies, because that's why someone's calling at night, right? And we can book those for the next day. So a lot of the after-hour calls we're getting are those good calls. And I mean, just imagine thinking about the return on investment of what if all of a sudden you're getting 10, 20, 30 more calls every week that you weren't getting before. What is that going to do for your company? What is that going to do to your revenue? I mean, take 20 times it by your average ticket. How much more money are you going to make by having those phones open and you're not on the phones?
Right.
Right.
Someone else is answering the phone. It's a beautiful thing at night when I'm putting my kids to bed and my LSAs are going off and I'm not answering the phone, but I know the calls are being booked.
Being booked and and you're only, again, I mean, you've got someone literally answering your phones 24/7, but you're not paying somebody 24/7 to answer the phones.
Right.
Right. It's just a per booked call. And so talk about too, Sarah, the benefit with Google of being a 24/7 plumbing company, or your phones are on 24/7.
Yeah, so Google likes it. when you're 24/7, and they really like it when you answer your phones 24/7. So if you're going to be 24/7, which it's a no-brainer, everybody should be 24/7 because you're going to get more jobs. So when you have someone answering those phones, hey, Google loves it. 24/7. You can get in your LSAs, mark it as booked. It's just feeding Google, and it's going to keep you at the top when you're booking more jobs because they like feeding you jobs when you answer the phone. Now, if you have 24/7 answering on and you're answering it, but you're only answering it half the time, Google's not going to like that.
No.
And they will let you know that they don't like that.
Yes,
So have someone on answering.
Yes,
for
Let me
sure.
go back to Potty Talk Live where we had Katie from Home and Local Service on that talked about that very thing, that LSA, that Google wants to make sure that you're serving their customer, which is the person searching, right? Serving their customer well. And if you're listed as 24/7 and you don't answer the phone, big no.
It's not a good
Not
thing.
good.
It's not good at all.
And so this makes it, Plumline makes it very easy for you to, especially being, a guy that's still in the truck, or a plumbing power couple that's just trying to, put all these systems and do all this stuff, and get things in place.
Well,
and work on that.
It's good too for, again, if it's a plumbing power couple and the wife answers the phone during the day. It's tough to answer the phone every single day, right? So if use Plumline for Tuesday and Thursday, so you can be out and about running errands or being at the kids' school or whatever it might be, right?
Right.
It's a way to just kind of add that extra service in.
Right. And then those after hours, you have someone
supplement. That's the word.
So, someone else answering the phone then, when for that 7 o'clock call. And Sarah, have you found that the customers, even at the after hours, they're not necessarily looking for it right then. They just know that, okay, I'm taken care of and someone's going to be out here tomorrow morning. Do you feel that that's the emotion?
I would say at least 90% of the time we're able to book for the next morning at night because a lot of people don't actually, when they call, they don't actually expect someone to come out. Once in a great while, you have that exception. Someone has sewage blowing up in their basement. They need someone right now. But that's okay. I mean, they can call someone else, right?
Right.
You have plenty of jobs now because you have Plumline. But something else I wanted to mention is as far as Google liking, you're answering the phone, is using for overflow. Because we know when calls come in, if you have one CSR, they seem to come in at twos.
Right.
So to have someone answering overflow and you can set that up, that's huge.
That's
so you don't
key.
miss out on those LSA calls.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal that you just
yeah.
mentioned. I'm glad that's a nugget of gold there, gang, that she just laid out there.
Right. So and let's be clear that you haven't turned your phone all the way over to Plumline. You're answering the phones, but a call comes in, which they always come in twos.
They do.
You can have it set up to automatically roll over to Plumline if you're on the phone.
Yes. Yep. So then you're
Guys.
catching that extra call, and that might be an LSA call that you're paying for.
Right.
Or that now you didn't answer that LSA call. So it is important to always have overflow.
Yes. As opposed to having a second
someone to answer.
CSR in your office, kind of sitting there waiting for the phone to ring.
Right.
Yes. Right. So guys, that to me is huge because again, they always come in twos. The phone's
Yes,
always ring in twos.
we do. I always call it like the
phone has-
age. They're like poltergeists. They always come in twos.
Well,
From that old movie.
you could sit here for 2 hours and the phone doesn't ring, then all of a sudden, boom,
Bam,
boom,
bam.
they all ring.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Always.
that's a supplement, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that's smart. And technology now that you can do that.
This is a no-brainer, gang. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Okay, you need Plumline. I'm just going to push. This is one of these things I'm just going to push on you. If you're looking to be successful, you need Plumline. And Sarah and her crew are are amazing.
And
they're
especially if
focused.
you are one plumbing business owner that's answering your own phone,
Right.
you have to use You have to use Plumline. You have to use something like this, and Plumline is obviously a great
Right.
resource. So let's see, Gerald. Hey, GB.
Hey,
It's
GB.
going to be set up so if we can't get to the phone, then the service can answer. Let's say after so many rings.
Yes. Absolutely.
Easy
And that's
answer,
just something
GB.
you set up on your end. Yep. And if you want your wife, she wants to answer the phones, okay, but if she has kids or whatever, the kids are up, she doesn't want to answer it. You can set it to 2 rings. After 2 rings, it can come to Plumline, or after 3 rings, or whatever you want to do. But that way it gives your CSR or your wife or whoever the option to answer it. But if not, no big deal. It will still get answered.
Yep.
So.
Hey, GP, you need Plum
Yeah,
Line.
GB.
And these are good people just like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the lovely Liz.
That's right. Yeah, GB,
Okay.
You need this.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's they're great to work with. It's just a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It's flat rate per call. If it wasn't a good call,
Yeah,
it's
just
the
let
worker, they
know.
don't, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You get,
And Sarah, you do have special pricing for Potty Talk Live viewers. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Okay.
just go through the website and
Yes.
I'll know what you're watching Potty Talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you go to themilliondollarplumber.com/Plum Line, Plum Line, all one word.
PLMUBLINE.
Plum Line. So themilliondollar.com
Yeah,
/Plum
Plum Line.
Yes. And there's a quick form to fill out, and then they'll get in touch with you. Matt Carter. Matt and Sarah are geniuses. This is a way to kill it nonstop, guys. Sign up with Plum Line today. Wow. You need to pay Matt Carter later for that. So
And that's
Thanks,
coming from
Matt.
Matt and Jess Carter, who are killing it. You all right? So
They
they know
are
a thing or
killing
two.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we're just super excited about it. And you guys are relatively new, right? New service,
Yep.
but I really haven't had too many hiccups. I know we've been kind of walking alongside, watching you guys grow, and it's
right.
just been fun.
Well, I love that it's top-notch system you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And even a couple of the people, you brought in a couple key players that have vast experience
Call
with
center
call center experience.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a top-notch organization.
Right.
Yeah, Matt and Sarah are pretty impressive people. I wish we were that smart.
Me
when we-
too. When we grow up, we want to be Matt and Sarah Delnay. Okay, so Sarah, when
Oh
they
my
fill out the
goodness.
form, what's going to happen? They go on out to themilliondollarplumber.com/Plum Line, fill out the form. What happens?
Yes, I will be getting in touch with them. I'll send them an email with our onboarding packet information. And in that email will be like a company detail report. You'll fill out details about your company, such as like your diagnostic charge, your zip code served, different things like that. And you send that back to me and we get everything built out and we'll get you rolling. We have a pretty quick turnaround. Within a few days, we can start taking your calls.
Sweet.
So
And at that time,
it's
so
really
when-
pretty simple.
When someone fills it out, if they have questions about pricing and all that, that's the time you can answer that before they sign up.
Absolutely.
As well, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, the price. I mean, guys, it's inexpensive.
Right.
It
And it's a
is really-
no-brainer.
Yeah. Yep.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it.
So Sarah Delnay, Plum Line,
All right.
amazing. Yeah, we're super excited for you guys, and just watching it grow.
Yeah.
Because it's a needed service. We know it's a needed service for the small shops. Yeah, there's a lot of big shops and stuff. That's not what this. That's not your avatar, right? Yours is
Right.
where your heart is, where you guys started out. So
So leave
Yeah,
us with that. We have an
absolutely.
expert on here in your experience. Leave us with one, speaking to someone out there, what would be some advice that you would give, whether it's answering the phone or, you guys have grown your plumbing business from literally nothing to pretty
pretty good sized
yes,
company,
yep.
well known in the community. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one of the other things I like to think that we're good at is outsourcing. So don't be afraid to outsource things to professionals, right? So use an answering service. I mean, that's going to get you so many more jobs. Open your phones 24/7. That's where you're going to see growth. That's where you're going to get those extra jobs to make that extra money so that you can grow. I mean, our company, we saw a huge difference. We saw about a 30% increase in revenue once we opened up our phones 24/7. And that was no coincidence. That's because we had more jobs. And when your guys convert jobs, it's more money.
See, it's simple, gang.
Funny
It's
how
simple.
that works. It's so
Can't deny
simple,
the
and
math.
we always try to keep it simple. Like that's the whole MDP system is keep it simple, and simple works.
Yes.
Good.
So that's
All
what I
right.
would say.
Nuggets
Simple
of gold
works.
there.
Love it.
Oh, Sarah, thank you for your time
Yes. Thanks for coming on.
and
the
joining
show.
us.
Thanks so much for
Really
having me
appreciate
on.
All right.
Oh, she's already
You already quoted.
now. You're gonna be a meme.
Oh man. All right.
All right. Tell that other guy we said hi.
Please do.
All right.
Yes.
I'll tell him.
And smack him upside the head for me, just for fun.
Thanks
okay.
so much for joining the show, Sarah. I really appreciate it. Great job.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Sarah.
All right. Hey,
Plum
gang.
Line.
Plum Line. It's a no-brainer, gang.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just so fun. And again, it's such a needed service.
Right.
And it is relatively expensive. And the main thing I love is that it's per book call. So your phone could not ring all day, but you've got someone sitting there waiting to answer it, and you don't pay an
Right.
extra dime. And it works, says Patrick, and he's with 615 Plumbing.
Yep.
Out of Nashville.
and it's keeping it simple. It's just booking the call. It's not about trying to answer all their questions of plumbing, because that's not what the customer's looking for.
It is not.
You know,
They
it's,
just want somebody to come in.
are you
and
going?
fix it.
You know, they just want to know, I'm on the schedule. You're going to be out. You're going to be out. There's Matt Delnay, so proud.
It should be.
Yeah, he did well there, buddy.
Did I don't
All right.
know how he did.
Grabbing that one. Did you see the rock on her finger? He just got her a new rock.
I know.
All right, you better. All right. Hey.
Anyway.
There we go. Well, hey, we've been talking about all these things, you know, and one of these things is, you know what, the
MDP way.
The MDP
Sarah
way.
did mention
Speaking of the
that.
MDP way.
Yes.
All right. If you're
How was
looking to
that?
learn the MDP way, then you need to check out the $1 Million Plumber Success Academy. All right. Where we go over everything the MDP way. All right. The right pricing,
is
the
there
right
another way?
customer, the right reason for even having this plumbing business, the right marketing.
there
All right.
another
The right way to answer the phone, the right way to outsource. And we give you who to outsource to and those kinds of things, so that you can have a successful, self-sustaining, keyword, they're self-sustaining, so you can be on the beach. Hey, just like the Carters are here.
right
They're
now.
sitting on a beach down here in Florida while their plumbing business is up there in Detroit making all kinds of money.
That's right.
You know?
They're just
Hey,
swimming in the money right
and
now.
then just
in the ocean.
right, literally.
Ocean of money.
Right. Okay, and if you'd like to be swimming in an ocean of money here, check out the $1 Million Plumber Success Academy. Type success in the comments to go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. All right, there we go. Love
Great
it.
show.
Great
Thanks,
show.
Sarah
All
Delnay.
right. Hey, before we let you go, I want to remind you that you were purposely and wonderfully created. And you were created to do great things. All right, so live like a champion.
Thank you for tuning in to Potty Talk Live with Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.